Goku and Vegeta are now diligently training on Beerus Planet, and it seems that a certain army is trying to revive a certain tyrant. Hello there, beautiful friends from around the world. I'm your host Blackenfist, and this is my Dragon Ball Super review of episode 18 and 19. Episode 18 is mostly about Goku and Vegeta's training. The major gag in this episode is of course the chores that Goku and Vegeta had to do, but more specifically, the one chore of changing out Beerus' sheets. Now, in my opinion, I felt that the gag ran on for a little bit too long. It was pretty much almost half the episode, and I mean, I guess they just wanted to hit home. Oh, you know, these guys have to do all this stuff before they can really get what they want, which is training, but I felt it dragged on a little bit too much. The training itself, honestly, is very interesting because unlike a lot of other training in the past, you know, especially the training that comes up to mind is the training with the hyperbolic time chamber, because although that was dangerous training in there, but there hasn't really been a sense of real danger in a lot of training for a long time in Dragon Ball, and bringing that back, bringing the insane circumstances that they're in, lifting up this heavy weight, and then having to move while the floor under you is disappearing, and if you fall, you're pretty much a goner. So I feel like actually putting the stakes very high in training actually makes it a lot more interesting. But then again, the training was only half of this episode, and it seems that right after this episode we go right into the Resurrection F stuff. But besides the Resurrection F stuff, obviously the most interesting thing about this is the introduction of Vados and Champa. It was only for a little bit, but considering that we're going into the Resurrection F retelling right after this, I actually have a lot of questions surrounding these characters because we really didn't get to know what they were actually doing. They just showed up, they were talking about something, and they blew a planet up. So the major question that I have for both of them is, they just get introduced right now, and we're heading straight into the Resurrection F retelling. I'm wondering whether their role will affect the Resurrection F arc at all, or whether we're just not going to see them again for a while, and this is all just like foreshadowing for maybe the next arc to come after the Resurrection F stuff, or will they play a part in the Resurrection F stuff? That'll remain to be seen. But besides that, I really like both of their voices, especially Champa's. I think that I can really appreciate that deep voice. Episode 19, we get straight into the Resurrection F retelling. Obviously, like the Battle of Gods retelling, we get a lot more details on what was actually going on in the story. More specifically, the state of Frieza's army and how it was doing without Frieza, with many defections and the Frieza army falling apart pretty much. With episode 19, I could say it was good. The fact that it's another retelling, you know, like Battle of Gods, just to be perfectly honest, every time I see a Dragon Ball Super episode with a completely original plot, pretty much episode where I really don't know what is going to happen, I really don't know what's going on, I really enjoy those episodes much more than the episodes I know what's going to happen, like the Battle of Gods and now this Resurrection F stuff. And a lot of the Resurrection F stuff, honestly, in this episode 19, it just reminds me of the Battle of Gods stuff. That's not to say it was bad. Some of the stuff was pretty interesting, especially the little bit more we get with Pilaf, but you know, that's because I'm a Pilaf fan. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on both of these episodes, and of course, if you like this and if you're looking for the next episode reviews, you can subscribe to my channel, as you will get them as soon as they come out. But as always, guys, I'm Blackenfist, and I will always be out.